This week in gaming. Welcome everybody to another week of gaming review where we look back at the last week and everything that happened that's newsworthy. Kind of a slow day, but I did find quite a lot of stuff. There's actually a lot more stuff that I wanted to talk about, but we couldn't fit it in because I didn't have enough time to write. Please stop, Clarent. No, Clarent is not here. Oh, this Clarent meme is going to live on forever. Anyways, so it's March 9th, 2025. We're going to look back at the last few days this week.
His real name's Clarence.
We're going to start with our wins and fails. We have venture capital and wham bam. None of that's going to make any sense, but it will in a second. So we're going to start off today with our win. Indie developer WeLevel was awarded $5.7 million in venture funding. So WeLevel is an indie developer in Munich, Germany, and they earned a bag from venture funding for their upcoming untitled open world sandbox game. It's not clear what motivated such a monetary response from, these are some big names, like people who co-founded companies such as Shopify, Crunchyroll, Oculus, and ESL. There's even a board member that invested from Roblox. And it's weird because there is very little about this project besides a handful of screenshots and AI-generated images. I'm gonna come out and say it right now. I think this is a scam. I think someone just got scammed out of $5.7 million, but I mean, far be it from me to cast any stones. I'm just, here's an image from the game, and it looks kind of cool. Like, there's like 4 images of this game, and like 2 of them are AI generated. I'm assuming this one isn't. This looks like real gameplay, but they've been supposedly generating or making this game. I almost said generating. You'll figure out why I said that. Since 2021, so they've been working on it for a bit. The idea behind their project is they're going to start using AI and procedural generating to make a really broad and open world game. Apparently they believe that they can compete with AAA markets by using heavy AI and auto generation tools. So I don't think that's gonna work. I'm gonna say it right now. Procedural generation is a good tool for games. It can add lots of replayability. It's really fun in games like Lethal Company, No Man's Sky, Minecraft, obviously. But it's a little bit different because you have to build a game and like a premise around that idea. If you want to make an RPG or like an open world game, it's a lot harder to make it fun with procedural generation. Especially if you want to add story elements, it can be nearly impossible. So I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but I mean, good for them. Good for them. I put this as a win because WeLevel is definitely winning with this bag right now. I was kind of like on the other end. I was like, oh, this is almost a loss. This is a fail for the people that invested in this. I mean, task for today, break Zen. You've already broken me. Just something to write off some taxes? Maybe that's what it is. I'm playing Minecraft right now. I thought you were making a game. Anyways, it's very interesting that this happened, and it reminds me of a lot of other scams, like oh man, what was that one game that was like made with Unreal Engine and it like ran at 10 FPS and it was called like the Ultimate Dream Game? Like, we've seen so many projects like this that get crazy funding and they're always scams. So I feel like this is just history repeating itself. I'm gonna apply for a job at WeLevel, then I'm gonna get the money. You're so smart. That's exactly what you should do. Honestly, you are in Germany, and they are hiring as well. Hold up, let's take a look at their, I have to do this. I have to do this to them. So this is their website. First of all, kind of ugly. I don't like the white. The AI generated like treant with a beard right here. If we can dream it, we can build it. is their tagline. And you can join their team. It looks like they do have job postings. So senior animator, mocap slash keyframe. Wow, they're hiring a ton of people. Development, senior AI engineer, AI gameplay programmer, Unreal AI developer. So they're focusing heavily on AI designer, LLM, and HR apparently as well. They have a lot of money to start hiring people, so might as well. We are enthusiasts of survival and city builder games, and our aim is to craft spectacular gaming experience designed by players for players. We push the limits of Unreal Engine 5 to merge thrill, exploration, and immersive construction features. Our focus is on developing strikingly realistic worlds through advanced procedural generation techniques, ensuring every game is a unique adventure. So basically what this is, in long speak, is, hey, we're making games with AI. And here's one image of the game. I mean, there's a problem right off the bat. Oh, whoa. It looks like the scroll is kind of taking over. Do you see this? Let me try to zoom in a little bit further. Do you see this? Where does this go? The train track ends right here. Kind of crazy. I don't know if this was AI generated or what, but it doesn't make any sense in terms of like actual structure. So yeah, and what is he even standing on? This doesn't look like a train. It's like a house. I don't know if it's AI generated though, because this character remains the same between the two photos. This for sure is AI generated, right? These floating islands with like, oh wait, the birds are kind of weird. This one, you can see its wings, but this one looks like a smudge. Very strange. Again, like, I think this is gameplay, or not gameplay, but game screenshots, but this might just be an entirely AI generated image. Like, what are these shutters covering? There's no windows behind them. They're just floating shutters. And then like a floating animal skin. I don't know, man. All of this might, like, there are some things that are consistent, like these overlays, and the character seems to be consistent, but I don't know. The sword changes position though. You see this? The sword is in the middle, and then now it's on the left side, and then there's like an extra little bump here. These all might just be AI generated photos. I don't know if anything exists, but here's the team. I mean, they look like they should be in preschool. Like, who's the oldest person here? This guy? Like, okay. 18, 21, 24, 22, 16, 17. Like, that's what I'm guessing the ages are, just based on looking at them. I don't know what kind of team this is. I don't want to just spend the whole time roasting them. Check if they are AI generated. The team is AI generated too? Wait, maybe. I don't think so. This guy is, I think, from the last picture. I think that's the same guy. I'm looking really closely. Could you? Oh wait, never mind. I thought this was the same paddle. I was like, oh my god, it is generated. I think this is a real photo. Yeah, Supre Butte. This looks like a real thing. That'd be really funny if even the team was fake. So yeah, this is what got $5.7 million. So if you guys have a website that's better than this, you might be able to get a massive bag. There's someone who saw this and went, I could spend 5.7 mil on this. This seems like a good investment. Just a couple AI photos. Yeah. Okay, this is German. I want to see if is there more? Oh, they have a YouTube channel as well that has no content on it. Solid River. Wait, they changed their name to Solid River. It wasn't this last time I checked. Solid River combines the best out of two-world survival MMORPGs plus RTS, gather resources, manage villages, and build an empire. Build the empire that they deserve. And then this picture up here is completely unrelated to the other pictures that we saw. This is definitely different graphical design and a different character. There's so much weird written all over this. Very strange. Oh wait, here it is. Game Solid River. Okay, so that's what this is called. The game is called Solid River. They might have named it by the time I picked up the story to now. Anyways, that's about it. That's our first story today. I know it's kind of a long one, but I just found this so interesting. Anyways, that's the win. They got the bag. Today, our fail is Wham Bam, thank you, ma'am. Tony Hawk Pro Skaters 3 and 4 will not be including Bam Margarita in the upcoming remakes. This is a surprise to no one who's been following about his drug addiction and alcohol abuse behind the scenes, but it still has some fans upset. This comes after Bam was famously left out of the Jackass Forever movie. If you guys don't know, Bam was a pretty famous skater and like stuntman, and he's unfortunately had a massive falling out like in life with just drug and alcohol abuse, and he's at a point where he's completely unreliable. He can't make like shooting the movie like possible or anything. Just Solid River is the game. Oh, okay. How much money can you get based on your oh man, based on your website? Well, so far it's all white. Wait, it actually might just be broken. I don't think I can connect. But yeah, so some fans are actually upset about this, not because he's not being included. I think everyone kind of knew he wouldn't be. Some fans are upset because or the game won't be like it was in the past. For example, they're not going to do a campaign. I don't know if that's just because of BAM or if they just didn't want to. But the remakes will be slightly different, and people don't want that. People want them to be exactly how they remember them. Yeah, so BAM is not going to be there. This didn't surprise anybody, in my opinion. The server in Germany has many pictures. That's why it takes so long to load. I'm fixing this in my next website design. Oh, okay, sounds cool. But yeah, I'm assuming probably like 2 million at the very least you could get for your website. At least 2 mil. Maybe if you had more AI pictures, you'd get more. Anyways, next up we have new Battlefield 6 details. This is really exciting. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Let's close our door and let's grab. Oh. We almost forgot the stream beer. Today we are drinking a Black Butte Porter. Hell yeah, Black Butte. We've had this before. It's or not Black Butte. It's Deschutes is the company. I guess the type is just called a Black Butte, I think. I have no idea. I could be wrong. Could be like Deschutes Black Street Beer. It could be Deschutes Black Butte, but this is their porter, and it's from Bend, Oregon. Very, very liked brand by the stream. They don't sponsor us, but as you can see, we have had quite a few Deschutes beers up on here. I have literally so many bottle caps. we have an actual stack of specifically Deschutes beers. Boom! Look at that. Yeah, a couple little stacks. I got that little stack, and I also have Widmer Brother stacks, which are from Portland, I believe, where I'm located. Oh, so now you're rich in Fallout. You don't even know. You have no idea. I actually collect bottle caps. So I have a massive bag of them. Look at this. This is like easily, I don't even know. Easily 500, maybe 1,000 bottle caps in here. These are all beers though. That's why I'm getting a beer belly. That's why I got a dad bod. This is why. This is why. I can't. Can I? Like, look at the heft on this thing. It's a lot. All I have learned today is never underestimate an alcoholic in Fallout. Fallout alcoholics must be the richest people. Dang. That's not even all of them. I have more somewhere. Oh, here we go. And here's more. Here's another. This is a separate bag. This is a separate bag. Okay, but to be fair, this one isn't beer. These ones are all sody pops. These are all Jones Soda bottle caps, which is actually, speaking of Fallout, they're the official Fallout soda. Jones Soda special release. Nuka Victory. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Fallout, and as a result, I collect bottle caps like a crazy person. These ones are beer bottles caps though. Oh God, I'm starting to realize I am an alcoholic. I'm so glad I don't live in the U.S. Be careful, YouTube doesn't ban you, you alcoholic. You get banned just for being an alcoholic. You don't even have to like break any rules, and they just like they're like, I know how much you drink on your time off. You're banned. To be fair, this is over the course of like years. Like I started collecting these Jones Soda bottle caps back in like 2016, 2017. So it's been almost a decade. All those beer bottle caps though are probably over the course of like 4 or 5 years. You don't have weed in your plastic bags, you just have bottle caps. Anyways, back to our story. New Battlefield 6 details have been released. With the beginning of the closed playtest comes leaked gameplay, of course. Like, who didn't expect this to happen? Battlefield Labs players got an early look at the next upcoming untitled Battlefield game and are praising many of its features. So I've been calling it Battlefield 6 because that's just what everyone else is calling it. We don't know what it's going to be called. It could be Battlefield Battle for the Lost Company. You know, you never know. But we do know that it's going to be like the Battlefield 6. It's going to be a Modern Warfare styled game. Hang on, let me turn off my heater real quick. I can feel it's getting like super hot in here. I'm gonna like burn alive, and you're gonna see me turn to dust. We're gonna take a quick look at some gameplay. This is the best part. We're gonna look at some actual leaked gameplay, and I might honestly, when I post the VOD to YouTube, this might get taken down for this because these videos are being taken down quick. I won't even be surprised. I literally added these before the stream started. These might already be nuked. So you're going to see it here first. This is pretty exclusive. I guess even though obviously everyone's going to start leaking the closed beta footage, a lot of people don't like it being shown. So this is a look at the destruction. So this is what the demo or like the beta thing looked like. Here's what the actual gameplay looks like in the alpha. Not bad.
Holy shit.
Honestly, not bad. It's kind of sick. I think it looks pretty tight. I want to play. Me too. I really do. All right, and then we have more footage. We're gonna take a look at some actual, like that was just focusing on the destruction, but we're gonna take a look at like about 3 minutes of an actual game being played. So this is all alpha. This is from the Battlefield Labs playtest. So none of this is going to be concrete. Anything can change, but from the looks of it, it's pretty good. I mean, right here in the thumbnail, you can see you can lay on your back crouched now, which is pretty sweet. It does look awesome. It looks so cool. Even the guy in the video was like, whoa, when the whole building came in. He was like, okay, I guess I just destroyed that entire family of 4. It was like a little kid's birthday party on the inside and it just blows up. Alright, so we have Assault, Engineer, Support, Recon. Kind of the classic classes you can choose from. Looks like they have different levels. I don't know what that means, but they get different upgrades. Carry more grenades, resistant to explosive damage, those kind of things. I'm not sure how the leveling up works. I don't know if you start at level 1 every game and you have to like get kills and you can get increases to your class maybe? We'll see. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more squad-based, kind of boots on the ground, which is kind of sweet. As you can see, there's a lot of boxes everywhere. This is to hide people's gamer tags so they don't get banned for showing the footage. Oh wait, there's one that was accidentally shown right there. That's funny. But I'm assuming they're trying to hide all the gamer tags. That guy got fucked up. This is what it looks like when you're downed. Oh wow, that whole building came down on them. That's sick. As you can see, it's hiding this guy's gamer tag. You can you can drag your teammates now out of combat. That's so cool. So if your teammate gets downed, you can drag them back. A lot of this stuff looks rough around the edges, like the scope isn't opaque, like you can't see through it. I think that these are things that'll be fixed, obviously, later on. The main thing that a lot of people have noticed is the sound effects are apparently really good.
I got you. I got you.
Oh, that's sick. You can spawn in vehicles still. Oh my gosh, this looks so sick. Just being in like a rural area with like buildings collapsing around you while you're inside a tank. Yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. I like the way you throw the grenades. You kind of like toss them to the side like that. I wonder if that's actually accurate to like Modern Warfare and like training. Like, do you throw it overhand or do you throw it like outward like this? Anyways, yeah, that's some early look at the gameplay footage. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this, but I did, so we'll cross that road when we get there. I think it looks sick. I would really like to play this game. This is the Battlefield that we wanted with 2042. So, I don't know. It's going to be really cool. I don't know to what level the destruction exists, but it looks like you can blow up pretty much everything. So that's really cool. It's now like a mill sim. I am so down. That's what it used to be. That's what Battlefield used to be. It was like a mill sim type game. Anyways, our next story, or not next story, the notable features for this that we've noticed are there's going to be 60 hertz servers that has been revealed. There's going to be different recoil patterns for each weapon. So this is kind of similar to Counter-Strike, where every single gun has a different recoil pattern that you'll have to learn. So there's that. That's kind of interesting. There's going to be enhanced movement and animations. And that means there's going to be crouch sprinting, so you can sprint while crouched now. You can do combat dives, like dolphin dives. And then there's going to be visual movement indicators, which I didn't see in the footage. I'm not sure what that means. But there's a Twitter account, I guess, that's pretty... I don't know. This was from the article that I grabbed, or that I referenced. So they seem to think that this is pretty reliable. But they say the same thing, 60 hertz servers, weapon recoil system to be more realistic, updated movement animations, including crouch sprinting, yada yada. The first playtest is being conducted today to test these features. And they did, and it got leaked, and it was pretty fun. Like, a lot of people liked it. So hopefully, it goes well. Next story, RoboCop Rogue City unfinished business. So, game developer Teon, I hope I'm saying that right, announced that they will be releasing a sequel to the critically acclaimed RoboCop game that came out in 2023. If you guys haven't heard about this, the last one that came out was received way better than anyone expected. No one was expecting a RoboCop game to go hard, but it's crazy. Like, you'll pick someone up by their throat, throw them into a wall, and then shoot them like until their body explodes. It's crazy. It's so cool. The previous game is currently very positive on Steam with 89% positive reviews, and many fans are excited for the next one, and they should be. We're actually going to take a quick look at the trailer. Yes, I was really excited when I saw this. There is a trailer.
There were too many. And their
Oh,
weapons.
you liked 2042?
So many good officers that...
We're the cops. All the bad ones should be afraid of us.
Cops shouldn't be feared. What do you want us to be? Judges?
Oh my god.
Executioners?
Just punch that guy into mist. Wait, you gonna play as a normal cop?
Surrender, or there will be trouble.
You're going down.
That was an ice barrel? What the fuck? That was so cool. Why have I never thought about that? Instead of an explosive barrel, they have an ice barrel that you shoot that freezes all the enemies. That's kind of sweet. I actually like that because in my own game, I had the idea of instead of doing explosive barrels, they're like time barrels, and when you shoot them, it slows down time. That's a really interesting thing. I love game design features like that. They honestly, the first one was really fun, the whole gameplay loop. So I trust them to make something really fun like this again. I think the Twitch clip I sent would fit to that. To RoboCop? Oh, you're just talking about like unique game features. Okay, we'll take a look at that at the end. Next story is Sony is leasing out their consoles. To try to get more consoles in the hands of people, they started renting them out by partnering with the UK company Raylo. This means that you too can enjoy a PS5 by paying for it and never actually owning it. You can rent one of these bad boys over the course of 36 months and pay a total of $417, or for 12 months, you can pay only $348. I did the math on my own. It broke it down by prices, but it didn't really specify what the term and prices were. I just kind of extrapolated that from this article, so I could be wrong, but based on the math I did, it looks like you're going to be paying pretty much the entirety of the price of the console, and then at the end of your 36 months, you're going to have to return it. After all that, you still can't keep the console. Yeah, exactly. Just buy the fucking console for cheaper secondhand. Or just buy a PC. Yeah, you could do that too. There's a lot of better ways to do this. This is a classic scam, or not a scam. I don't want to call it a scam. It's just a kind of a grift. It's not in your best interest. It's easy because they break it down like, oh, you only have to pay $12 a month, or you only have to pay $30 a month. I think for 12 months it's like $30 or like $28 or something like that every month. And then for 36 months, it's like $12 a month. And like when you break it down like that, people think, oh wow, this is like such a good deal. I get to have the console, I get to experience these games for only $10 a month, basically. But in reality, you're spending like the price of the console, and you still don't get to keep it. It's not worth it. And I would really like, this is not a new thing. Like you can go to Rent-A-Center or like any other place that's similar depending on where you live. In my area, they're called Rent-A-Centers, RAC. You literally just rent furniture, and then you have to return it when you're done with it. And you can also rent consoles there. And at the end of those cycles, you end up spending like $700 on a console that's only worth $500, and you still don't get to keep it. It's not a good deal. I would highly recommend you don't do this. This is like poor person bait. Like, this is literally just for people who are chronically adding debt onto themselves. Don't do this. Don't do. You can just save up the money and buy one, and you'll own it, and you will never have to give it back. I highly recommend you don't do this. If I can do that for only 3 months, I would do that just to try some PlayStation exclusives. I could understand, like, just for a few months why you would want to rent something like this, but for a term of, like, the smallest term that they listed was a year. I don't see, and it'll end up costing you $348. I think that's crazy. I don't know what I would charge for 3 months, but it gets more expensive the lower amount of months that you have it for. So I'm sure that if they charged you for 3 months, it'd probably be like $100 a month. So you'd still get that sweet $300 out of a $500 console. To be fair, this is cheaper than Rent-A-Center, because Rent-A-Center will literally have you paying more than the value of the console by the end of your term. So at least you can say that you didn't spend the full console amount, but you might as well have. That's crazy. Imagine you have the console for 3 years. You get to own it for 3 years and pay pretty much like what you get to save. You save $83. Whoop-de-doo, and you still don't get to keep it. It's such a bad incentive. This is clearly just going after people that don't have the money and tricking them into thinking that they do. It's bad. Anyways, moving on. I don't want to rag on this too long. Tariffs are going to a game near you. I saw this pop up in the gaming news. I was like, why is tariffs? Why are politics in my gaming Discord right now? And it turns out that in a world where game consoles are manufactured in China and physical games, which I did not know about, are mostly made in Mexico, it is likely that the price of both will be increasing as tariffs go into place against both countries. China is seeing 10% tariffs, and it'll be risen to 20%, whereas 25% is already being put against Mexico. Why we're tariffing our enemy less than our friends, I could never tell you, but it is going to affect games. There's no way around this. They're going to pass the price onto you. Obviously, our European viewers like Kieran, Clarence, and Mo, you guys don't have to worry because you don't have tariffs. But in America, it's gonna suck because the price of our electronics are gonna go up. There's already a concern. You're so quick with that. There's already an issue that people are wary of with the new Nintendo Switch console. They're afraid that that's going to be hit by tariffs, so the Nintendo Switch 2 might end up costing more in America than it does in other countries. That sucks. That really sucks. So, I mean, I don't know what I'm hoping to achieve by telling you this, but hopefully, I don't know, I guess you'll be informed about it when you wonder why your Switch 2 is $600. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Anyways, moving on. That's about it for our presentations, but we do have a pro tip of the day. This is for Clarence. Curb your enthusiasm. Finish. For example, make sure you are finishing projects before moving on to the next one. The most exhilarating part of every new project is the initial development and the planning phase. It is so much easier to imagine something than it is to actually create it. Do your best to see things through before attempting a new one. Most importantly, keep these ideas to yourself. Once you begin telling people about them, your drive to complete them depletes. And this is because you get the satisfaction of like acting as it, like in your internally, it's as if you finished it. When you talk about a project and like what you expect it to be, you are in your head training yourself to saying, I finished it. Like, this is something. Is this an intervention? No, but shut up, Zen. Me, who started 2 other projects this week. I know. No, I see this all the time, and I do the same thing myself. I mean, I just started Only Higher. Like, I'm not. I am still guilty of this. I am aware of that. But it's really important to recognize this and to just try your hardest to finish something first and then move on to the next project. Because you're training yourself to make new projects, but you're not training yourself how to make products. You know, there's a difference between project and product. You want to get project to product, and that's the most important part of the process. Project is the least important part. Everyone has a million ideas. I have a book full of them. But when you start talking to people and thinking about it as a complete project, then you lose the drive to finish it. Don't do that to yourself. Just don't do it. Just finish something, please. Classic Zen. Please just finish things. Classic PlayStation. How many times have you said classic today? Wait, hang on. This might be an intersection. How many times have you used that? Or, did I say intersection? This might be an intervention. You said classic at least 4 times today. Oh, it's hilarious. Anyways, that's it. We're gonna move on to our community highlight for today. Today we're gonna be showing off something that Dispunt made. He's not in today, unfortunately, in chat, but we can still show off this. He uploaded a devlog into our Discord a few days ago. So let's take a look at it. It's pretty cool. This is his game Late to Escape that he's been working on. I'm saying he, but I don't know what their gender is. I'm just assuming. It's almost got like a Silent Hill vibe to it.
Fuck. Did I pick up Haze?
I don't know if that's like an AI voice or if that's like a person. The demo's pretty short. It just shows him picking up something and then lighting some candles. But I really like the way that the candles light. It's really hard to get the UI of like your hands and like the thing that you're interacting with to line up. So I think he did a good job with that. But yeah, that's it. It's not a very in-depth look, but it looks like he's got a good UI menu. I like the effects he has. Yeah, it's just kind of interesting. Wanted to show that off. Zen assuming classic Zen assuming things. Classic Zen looking at logs. How many times are you gonna use that? So that's it. But we're also gonna be taking a look at something that we got sent over by Mo.
Assuming they, yeah. So I think after It Takes Two, they said they're working on another one.
Now imagine a world where game devs were not as money hungry and were focused on making great games that'll be successful and they'll get their money anyways, but it's in like a cycle of everybody doing it. So like we're getting games consistently, but they're taking years to work on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I just feel like that'll be a good system.
AAA devs, take note, bruh.
Like, I don't know. I feel like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm talking,
specifically
like, not
AAA
just one
devs.
company. Every company like being on that type of thing. I'm like, if they're just working on different schedules and not dropping their games all at the same fucking time and just have a cycle of good games every single year, I feel like there's years where we just have no good games. And so far 2025, we're cooking. We got crazy shit coming out.
I've been cooking.
2024 was pretty good too. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know about the upload schedule or the release schedule. That's kind of a hard thing to do. Sometimes I've seen like games will actually change it because they don't realize that another game's going to come out. For example, the newest expansion for Final Fantasy XIV got delayed for I think 2 weeks because of the release of the DLC for Elden Ring. So like it does happen. I don't think it's intentional, but yeah, I mean in a perfect world we would we would get a more spread out release cycle. That's one thing I'm really afraid of with my game, is I don't want to release my game and then have it get like overshadowed by something really cool that comes out. Like I release my little humble one-person made RPG, and then like fucking Elden Ring 2 comes out, and I'm like, well, there goes my game. That's what happened to Horizon Forbidden West. That game got famously canned because, or not canned, like people liked it, but it got forgotten because it came out like on the same week of Elden Ring. It got completely erased from the history books. It's like when something like that comes out, you don't want to be anywhere near it. Games like that have a lot of power. Grizzy the Goat. Oh, is this a person that you're familiar with? I've never seen this streamer before. Yeah, but I mean, the thing about taking more time for making games instead of just pushing out releases every year. Yeah, that's an important thing too. That's specifically an issue with AAA though. You don't really see that with indie devs. The only time you see a game getting pushed out too soon from an indie dev is when they're clearly not interested in working on it anymore. So they just go, early access. That's what happens there. They're just, throw it to early access. I don't want to keep working on it. Or, throw it to early access. I don't have any more money to keep working on it. But for the most part, indie devs don't have that problem. Indie devs work on mostly passion. So obviously they're going to keep working on a game until they feel like it's done and it's reached their vision. Of course, that's not always going to be a hit. They're never always going to land the way that they think they will, but that's usually what happens. I'm just going to go step back for a second. You never watched Grizzy? No! What do you mean before we get another intervention? No, that's it. That's the end of the show. I hope everyone enjoyed watching, especially on YouTube. Enjoy the VOD. Hopefully I'll post this one on time. I posted the VOD for last week yesterday. So
His real name
his real name's Claire. That's true. in case you guys don't know on YouTube, that's an inside joke and you'll never know. So come follow me over at twitch.tv/Xenoverse Live if you would like to be inside on that joke. If you would like to be inside of the joke instead of the outside. Anyways, bye YouTube!